pricing is over. But at Phil Long Ford in Motor City, American value still means something. Colorado's best season, Phil Long's biggest discounts of the year, 0% financing, no payments for 90 days. And I'll throw $1,000 towards your down payment. Plus, get a complimentary 2-year premium maintenance plan.
That's the Phil Long way.
We'll beat any deal by $750, and we'll prove it. Only at the original Ford store in Motor City.
Hey there, my friends. It is Friday afternoon. It's 1:23. This is Peaks to Plains weather. I am Matt Meister. Whether you're watching on Roku, Fire TV, YouTube, the Peaks to Plains weather app, the Peaks to Plains weather.com website, or on social media, thanks for being here. We sure do appreciate it. And I am going to take you to TAMCO Live Radar, where we've had a thunderstorm that has formed over the Aspen Acres fire and has kind of rolled along the southwestern sort of flank, kind of developing over the Willow Creek and Beaver Creek drainages, rolling across San Isabel, rolling across the Chicken Foot there, and now the heaviest rain kind of on the southwestern part of the Chicken Foot to the west of Highway 165, hitting the Greenhorn Creek Basin and the St. Charles River Basin, catching some of that earlier rain up to the north. And so I want to take you down here and show you over the last hour where the rain has kind of been and get you set for what to expect here, as there is a flash flood warning now that is up for this area over the next little bit. In fact, the flash flood warning this afternoon for debris flows, for mud flows, is up until 4:15 p.m. as it takes a while for the water to move. You know that if you're in this area. It's been a week where we have had issues out there. So it's also where some of the more significant kind of terrain changes are on the western end of the fire, because we're up against the wet mountains here. So we were looking to the northwest. Now I'm going to kind of take us around to the west here. You can see some of the areas to the west of San Isabel there that are outside of the fire burn, but you're looking here in the magenta on the west side of the burn. And so this is up on top of some of the higher terrain here. This is up towards St. Charles Peak, west of Highway 165, and then some of the burned area off to the east of San Isabel here, again in Willis Creek, the St. Charles River Basin, the Little St. Charles, and then a little bit farther to the south where we take you into the Chicken Foot here. So it's all of these drainages downstream of this, in particular, kind of at the bases and in where these creeks are coming out of the higher terrain and the more steep terrain is where we're going to watch for the potential for some issues, and then areas downstream. The rain has been heavy enough so far in the last hour or so, about a ½ inch of rain in some spots, that the Weather Service has gone ahead and been proactive, as they should, in issuing this flash flood warning. And that'll be the case through the afternoon as we keep an eye on this area. In terms of where the heaviest rain is right now, you can see over the Chicken Foot, it's kind of picked up in intensity a little bit here over the last 15 minutes or so. I'll widen the view and kind of pull back here a little bit and show you where we can see that we have the heavier rain. Let me kind of orient us off to the north here. And it is the southwestern flank of this fire that is in the biggest and most significant kind of impact. We also have some storms across the Pikes Peak region. Let me take you to a live look right now. We have one of our trusty weather watchers that has joined us here. I think we're in Falcon. I think we're checking in with Jeff. Let's see if I'm right.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Good. It's Friday, and got a little fuzzy there. I'm in the upstairs window, and I'm not. Lightning.
Yep.
And I'm not working. I should probably be working, but it's been a rough week, so it's good to get out here and look at some weather instead of my work.
Nice. Well, and so what direction are you looking right now, Jeff?
North, I think, is that way. What the heck?
Okay.
Yeah, so north's that way. So that's a cell. No more lightning. That has a special weather statement in it.
Yep, and so you can see the storms that he's looking at. There's two little cores there off to the north of Falcon as we check out TAMCO Live Radar. Has the lightning been pretty active, Jeff?
In the last 5 minutes, I'd say.
Picking up a little bit?
Yep,
okay.
Yep.
Well, they are off to the north of you here about from where you are, about 5 miles. They're moving off to the southeast, so there's another one back behind the first one, and that one is up in southeast Douglas County right now, and it is part of a couple of thunderstorms that are rolling across the Pikes Peak region. Jeff, thanks for calling in with that. We appreciate that, and you can see they've got nice cores with them that Jeff showed us with his live shot, and you can also see here on Tamco Live Radar. The strongest of the storms is right on top of Pikes Peak at the moment, just on the north side of the peak, up around Devil's Playground here to the south of Woodland Park. It is the storm that moved through Woodland Park in the last 20 minutes or so. And I want to animate the radar for you and show you where these storms are moving, because if it is dark off to the northwest of you, kind of like what Jeff was looking at, those storms are moving your way. Now, here's the deal through the afternoon. We have a couple of things that we're watching. One, obviously, the flash flooding that's ongoing at the Aspen Acres fire. The other thing is the potential for a couple of these storms across the Front Range to maybe become capable of producing some 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. That could prompt the issuance of a flash flood warning. And in theory, perhaps a storm putting down some hail around an inch in diameter. It's more likely up at elevation where that storm is on the side of Pikes Peak than the lower areas across El Paso County, just because it's colder up there and you're closer to the freezing level in the atmosphere. This is not the monsoon today. If someone's telling you that, we've got some drier air that's moved in aloft. You can see the dew points in the mountains as a result has dropped. This is low-level moisture that's up against the hills behind the cold front that came in early this morning. It's not as high as it was earlier this week and over the last couple of days. So we don't have 60-degree dew points except in the southeastern corner of Colorado and Baca County, where Springfield's checking in with a 60. But 50s are still pretty good, and forcing that up against the terrain, there's enough energy here that, again, there's a low-end severe weather threat. I don't want you to get too excited about that. But for the rest of the afternoon, SkyCast has the right idea in moving these cells off to the southeast. And so, like I said, if you're looking off to the northwest and you see a dark sky, that's coming your way. By the way, you can track these storms yourself in the Peaks to Plains weather app on the weather map page. In the bottom left-hand corner of that, it says past. That'll show you radar and where storms have been and where they are now. And then you can hit future and kind of move things out into the future over the next several hours. So through 3:30, we'll see these storms move across Colorado Springs, move across eastern parts of El Paso County. The storm that is over the Aspen Acres fire will move out of the area, but it's possible we get a couple rounds today. The first little set here is going to be stronger than what we get later on. As we move into the evening, should be fewer storms, and they should start to weaken up a little bit. So that's kind of how things look as of now as we sit at 1:31 on Friday afternoon. A flash flood warning continues for the Aspen Acres fire until 4:15 this afternoon. Seen some pretty hefty rain already on the southwestern part of the fire, impacting areas west of Highway 165. It would be the part of the fire that is running up St. Charles Peak and also in the Chickenfoot area where the heaviest rain is right now. Over the last hour, we have seen about a half inch of rain in this area, and I'll show you that before we get you on the way. So it's the St. Charles River, Willow Creek, Beaver Creek, both drain into that. And then a little bit farther to the south, it's kind of Middle Creek, Muddy Creek, you got a couple different fingers there that flow in. And so it's the west side of the fire in particular that we will keep an eye on. Keep in mind that the debris flow may include rock, may include some vegetation, parts of trees coming down, branches. We've seen some issues this week, and so we'll keep a very, very close eye on that. In fact, since I looked at this last and showed it to you, let me orient us back to the north here. The amount of rain in the last hour has picked up because this product lags behind a little bit. You usually hear me talk about that because you're integrating or you're adding up with time all of the rain that has fallen over these spots. And so we're close to an inch now. In fact, might be getting to around there in a couple of spots here off to the south of San Isabel. So heads up for those of you, and it keeps coming in. Let me grab a new dot here, and you can see we're at an inch now. And so the computer keep adding that up. And so that's going to flow down North Muddy Creek, as you can see. The Little St. Charles is where some of that heavier rain is. And so those of you that are in the fire and downstream of there, be aware in low-lying areas, you may need to seek higher ground. We'll keep an eye on it through the afternoon. If we start to get word that there is significant movement in the fire, I'll come back on. I'll pass that on to you. Otherwise, use the tools that we've made available for you in the Peaks to Plains weather app. If you haven't yet, you should download it today. Not only do we give you a digital shoulder tap there, let you know when things are coming your way, like heavy rain, lightning, if you have those alerts turned on, strong wind as well. We'll let you know about severe thunderstorm warnings, flash flood warnings, like those of you that are in the Aspen Acres area. We let you know about that before I came on here, and we also let you know when we're doing some live coverage. So dodging some storms here in the afternoon as we head toward the weekend. By the way, the weekend is going to be drier. I've got that forecast on the Peaks to Plains Weather 24-hour channel, in the Peaks to Plains Weather app. Everywhere you are, that's where we are, my friends. Peaks to Plains Weather is our weather together.
Hey, this is John May, General Manager of Petrale Roofing, up on another customer's roof doing a free 21-point inspection. If you'd like us to take a look at your roof, give us a call today, 719-375-8773. We'd be happy to take a look and see the condition of your roof. Petrale Roofing, we're a Diamond certified TAMCO installer, which means we can offer a industry-leading 25-year workmanship warranty to give you peace of mind in the storm. Call Petrale Roofing, 719-375-8773. Schedule your free inspection today.